eBay, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Hi everybody, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm Tanya, doctor, lawyer turned homeschooling mom of 3 kids ages 8, 5, and 3. So I regularly stalk eBay precisely to score deals like this. If you are looking at eBay for specific curricula, you can always just enter in the company name of the curricula and just leave it as a running search so that it just takes you one step. You save it as a search, you enter it in. I really like the Critical Thinking Company for their mathematical reasoning series and in general for their logic books, so I have an alert for them. I ran the search, I run it with the words the Critical Thinking Company and lot. The reason I do that is because I want to get a bunch of them, because I feel like when you deal with eBay in particular, if you can get a whole lot of books, you generally save a lot of money. If you just get 1 or 2, you may save a couple dollars, but I don't know that it's worth my time to do that. So when you enter in your search, like I said, put in the name of the curricula you're interested in and add the word either in parentheses or just right after it, LOT for lot. And you'll get listings of more than one book. The entire stack that I just showed you came together as part of that single order. It was just a mom that had overstocked her supplies and never got around to using these. Anybody else in that boat? If you are, definitely think about listing your books as a lot on eBay. The Critical Thinking Company books, while excellent, are not inexpensive, and they do allow you to reproduce them for your own children, for one home or for one classroom, for those of you who run a co-op. And I really like the red herring books. Basically, it's like a detective book. So each mystery is basically part of a larger untold story, and the students have to deduce the rest of the story from clues. So almost like they're Sherlock Holmes. And they ascend in levels of difficulty through the lessons. They have here how you can go through the questioning process here, where it starts off and the teacher says they're going to solve a mystery today, and the teacher answers with a yes or a no. So the students generate the questions after the rules, and you answer with a yes or a no. So here there's the sort of an initial worksheet where they have a place to put down what kinds of clues that they're picking up, setting clues, character clues, action clues, possible solutions to the problem, words and different meanings in the words. So I like that they have pages set up here for setting characters in action, what is already known about the mystery. It's a really fun way of introducing critical thinking to your children in not as bland of a way as just giving them a nonfiction article and asking them, what is the setting? Who are the characters? Blah, blah, blah. And it's a very short story, and then you let them ask the questions to solve it. And then each of these pages just goes on straight through like this, and at the end of the book, do not worry, you have the answers. So they have a way of figuring it out. And this book is designed for grades 4 through 6, and so is A2, and then B1 and B2 are designed for sort of upper, middle, and high, 7 through 12. So I just think it's a really fun thing to do, particularly if you have a gifted child who gets bored with traditional workbooks. 2 other books that I received were these editor-in-chief books, A1 and A2, and these are designed for grades 4 through 5 and 4 through 6, and it's just sort of a way of editing things. So basically they'll have a little reading there or a letter, and then it'll tell you how many errors are in the activity. So here there's 9, and there's no errors in the illustration or the caption, and then you just figure out what's inside them. So here you have the peanut plant, and some of them are nonfiction readings, some of them are letters, and it'll tell you exactly how many errors there are to find. It also tells you how you can edit them and what the appropriate editing marks and notations are. Right now we are using a similar program to this. It's by Evan Moore, and it's called Daily Paragraph Editing. I just thought this would be a nice fun way to continue that. Again, like I said, we probably won't start it next year, but the year after. I was so excited to get these because I love mind benders. I've talked about them before. These are the puzzles that you have where you basically get a couple clues and you use this little grid format to figure out who did what. So here, a boy, a duck, and a horse are all different ages. Use the clues to find their ages. The one without the tail is 3 years younger than the oldest. The duck will be 6 next year, so the child should be able to put yes at 6, no, 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 and then figure out what the ages are. And I just love this way of thinking. I think it's such a fun activity. Like I said in one of my old videos, I had to do these in gifted class when I was in school, and I always remembered these activities. I thought they were so much fun. So we have grades K through 2 here, grades 1 through 2, and they just ascend straight on through. So here you have 3 through 6, 3 through 6, 3 through 6, and they're just more levels. Here you have more deductive thinking skills, and here it changes a little bit because you see how the charts get more and more complicated. So there's more and more balls up in the air here. Here's 7 through 12, and the charts are super complicated. These are super fun. And even though these say 7 through 12, just to let you know, when I was in 5th grade gifted, I think this was the level that we were using. But it's a really good way to get your child to think critically and just to have fun as if they're a detective. So that was my little eBay haul, you guys, of Critical Thinking Company. I'm pretty much set to go on Logic for the rest of my children's education, and I'm super excited about it. Like I said, you are allowed to copy them, so it's a really good deal, especially if you can get them on eBay. But even if you buy them for your own child and reproduce them, I think they're excellent books, really high quality, really interesting, and they hold my son's interest, which is the most important thing. As always, you guys, thank you so much for giving me your time. If you're interested in seeing more curriculum reviews and just hauls and videos about homeschooling and parenting in general and a little bit of minimalism thrown in, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I wish you the very best day.